It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
Okay, everyone remembers that little funny line. This is just kind of a throwaway line. We all cheered, woohoo. Maybe she should be in jail. I don't know. Joining me now, Congressman from Pennsylvania, Guy Reschenthaler. Congressman, these revelations from the Durham report, which we don't have all of them yet, paint a really, really frightening picture of what's happening at our CIA, our FBI, the FISA court. If the administrative state in this country has been fully weaponized against Republicans, that's not a small deal. That just vaulted to number one on issues this country has to tackle right now, or we're in serious trouble.
Jesse, you're absolutely right. And please just call me Guy. But keep this in mind. If the DOJ, if the FBI, the CIA, if the Democrat National Party can do this to President Trump, they can do this to any one of us. So let's just keep that in mind as we talk about this. But what Durham's revelations reveal is that the Clinton campaign actually hacked into Donald Trump's servers, created emails that made it appear that they had collusion with Russia, then reported this to the FBI as if a crime were taking place right then and there. That's a false report to the federal law enforcement, but I digress. They report this to the FBI. The FBI runs with it with the DOJ. So you now have a weaponized FBI and DOJ running on information that was given to them by the Hillary Clinton campaign. Then they spied on Donald Trump's campaign, and it was very clear that there was no collusion. Yet these institutions ran with this story for 3 years. Our mainstream legacy media jumped all over it. We had wall-to-wall coverage. To this day, polling shows that a majority of Democrat voters actually think there was collusion. So the damage is staggering when you look at everything, and it should scare all Americans that the DOJ and the FBI and other institutions went after a presidential candidate and then a president on what turned out to be nothing but fabricated emails that were meant to do somebody in politically.
Congressman, Guy, sorry about that. Can you
Thanks,
tell
Jesse.
me, what can we do about this? Now I understand we can't do anything. I'm not naive. We don't have the House. We don't have the Senate. We don't have the presidency. I get that. We can complain and bring attention to it, which has some value. But as far as something with teeth, let's say we get the House and, Lord willing, the Senate back. Maybe 2024 brings us all that back. We still have an administrative state full of virtually unfireable bureaucrats, right? Or can we get in there and actually clean house?
Well, this teaches us something. It is that, and it's this. The rules have changed, and it wasn't Republicans and conservatives that changed the rules. It was Democrats and liberals and unelected career bureaucrats in these institutions that have changed the rules. So I'm sick and tired of the old Republican Party ways of saying we're gonna rise above this. We're not going to stoop to that level. Nonsense. When the rules have changed in the game, you play by the new rules or you play the game at your own peril. So let that be noted to any new Republicans, and I consider myself a new Republican, I know you do too, that the rules have changed and we now need to hold these Democrats, these unelected career bureaucrats responsible. Now, how do we get there? First and foremost, we use our megaphones. You have a huge one. I try to get the word out there, and we do that because we need to take back the House this year. Once we take back the House, we need to have oversight and investigation. And I'm talking oversight and investigation like you've never seen before. Expose all the corruption with the Biden family. Expose all the connections that Hunter Biden has with the Chinese Communist Party, Russian oligarchs, you name it. Expose the nefarious actions that Hillary Clinton, that Comey, that all of that, Clapper, all of them at the higher echelons of the FBI, expose them for what they did. Then in 2024, when we have a, dare I say, President Trump, we then hold these individuals accountable legally to the fullest extent of the law. But if we do anything short of this, Jesse, we allow political enemies to criminalize politics, to use the DOJ, to use the FBI against their domestic rivals in the political arena. That is un-American. That's wrong. It has to stop.